Hello. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Who's here? Hey, Remy. Hello, Matt. Oh, wait. What did I miss? Did I get a donation again? Did you do it again, Remy? Ooh, welcome, Matt. I think you did. You donated some memberships. Thank you. Okay, so let me go see if I can go on another screen. Can I have access to... Yes. Okay. That is correct. So, Remy from Rem's Family Farm donated 10 membership. I've missed a couple. I'm seeing more comments on the other screen. Okay, so newest member, Matt Rogers, Jody Swanson, Remy Arsenault, Ren's Homestead, MC Ferron, Roger Cormier. So how many is left? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's still 4 left, if I'm calculating correctly. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. So there's 4 left. So 4 memberships. So membership, I'm still trying to figure out like something I can share with you guys every single week. I give you like behind the scenes, special moments, family moments, tips and tricks, stuff that I do. And membership is normally 99 cents per month. And 10 people will have access to that. Thank you very much. How was everyone's week? Yes, pictures of behind the scene. Like this week, I told you a secret. Not to say anything. Yeah, I think busy is going to be the flavor of the month in months to come. I started a to-do list. There was like, I think 30, like I walked, every Monday I walk the gardens, the animals, and I make myself a list. Hi, Tracy. I make a list of everything. So I made a list. I went in the within the animals, fed everyone, water, clean everything, their water and stuff like that. And then like I walked the raised bed garden, the tunnel. I saw that the entire roof was ripping apart. So like I wrote down that the roof needed to be changed and removed and blah, like so on and so forth. I was doing a list, and as the days were going by, I was just like scratching everything off. But most of the list have been scratched off, but like it's so funny. Like I scratch one thing, 10 things reappear. So, why was it weird? I told you a secret. Well, not just you, the members. Hello, Buttercup and Fern. Okay, wait, let me try to... Karen? I hope it's Karen. Hi. Tomorrow is the last day of 4 days weekend for me. The garden is still not finished. And to finish it, I need expanding. Tomorrow. So you have a long weekend. Did I say hi to you, Marilyn? I don't remember. Hi, just in case. Yay! So that's my like tradition on Monday. So tomorrow I'm going to walk again around, and there's many things that I need to do. And I'm actually expanding my garden, but a different way this year. I am creating within my garden, my in-ground garden, I'm creating a raised bed food forest, a U shape, and then depending how much space I have left, I think it's going to be like a U within a U, or like a little something. I don't know. I'm working on some stuff. That soil where I want to put my food forest is like super compact, super heavy clay soil, and digging there is like a nightmare. So if I create raised beds, it's much easier for me. Oh no, I hope you have a better week. We had smoke this morning. We woke up and it was like we were having a fire next door. It was like smoke everywhere. It smelled fire. Uh, the smoke is in Ottawa right now, like the main part of it, which is about an hour and a half from my house. And I am hoping that the rain tomorrow it's supposed to be 60% rain, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is supposed to be 80% rain. So I'm really hoping that there is a boatload of water that comes our way, because breathing outside right now is like hurts. Like I walked around the property today, and like as soon as I was doing like an effort or something, like it was burning. So the quality of the air is really not good today. Yes. Hi, Shotam. What am I seeing? I am seeing 10 people on board. And I am seeing probably not, it's probably not updated. I'm only seeing 3. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm counting right now on my phone. Matt Rogers member for 1 month. I'm not seeing who is the 7th. I'm trying to figure out who's the 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6. Who's the 7th? Oh, the IT guy. Hee hee, cool. So there's 3 left. I think you have to click on that big square and then click allow. The food forest when they come back. I'm not there yet, so right now every year. Hi Lynn, it's been so long. How are you? Um where was I? Yeah, every spring I go outside and I go check out my perennials, and like now I have strawberries. I have asparagus, chives, garlic chive, chocolate mint, regular mint. And every year like I run outside and like I check what pops back up. But now obviously there's my raspberries and my blueberries. And like every year, I'm always going, what came back? What popped up? But now having a food forest, there's going to be a lot of stuff that I have to figure out what's what. How are you feeling? This morning I saw that you were feeling a little bit off. No worries. I've been baking a lot also this week. I took out my sourdough starter from the fridge, fed it, and I took advantage of the 30 degrees Celsius outside, and back to back to back, I did 3 bagel batches, 1 regular, 1 blueberry, and 1 cinnamon. So I have all of that in my freezer now. Hello, Dave. I don't know if you can get it on the phone. Maybe try it on your laptop. I now have a couple. So at home right now, I think I have spearmint or peppermint. I'm not sure. The plant was given to me. And then I have chocolate mint. And I have, last year I bought grapefruit mint. And it came back. And then this year I went and I purchased pineapple mint, green apple mint, and then I can't remember who, Lynn commented on, I think it's on Karen's post about orange mint. And I wanted some, so she mentioned where she got it, and I did a bulk order of orange mint, banana mint, and something in cream, berry and cream. And the last one I want to get, and as I'm bugging Remy for it, is I want to have the mojito one. And I am doing all of this because I was trying to propagate mint, and it's super, super easy. So and I also have strawberry mint that was given to me last year. And I want to propagate them and sell them as seedlings. It's super easy to propagate, not from the roots, but from actually cuttings. And I am hoping to have like a table set up so that I can sell it and make a little income so that I can reinvest it on the homestead. Things are growing good. Up till now, I had no stress on my plants until earlier on this week. So from like it's been a week. So the cucumber beetle made its appearance, and I pass a couple of times a day and I squash them. I'm so mad. They're devastating my cucumber plants. And I am having a case of bean beetles. This is the first time it happens to me. I never had that much. But regardless of that, things are doing good. All my tomatoes are planted. This is the first time it happens to me. I had root maggots. I think that's what they call it, or root knacks or something like that. So I lost a couple of plants. Thank God I still had a couple left over. So I transplanted that. But I am waiting for the first week of July to make another garden tour so that you guys can compare from the June. If my memory's correct, I did one in June. So when was my garden tour? Yeah, 3 weeks ago. So it was in June. So I'm hoping that in the first week of July, I'm gonna do a garden tour. But in general, things are going great. Like it's to expect that pests arrive. Oh no, that sucks. I cut branches off my cherry tree today. I think it has fire blight. I hope you can save it. I actually dug up my Romeo bush cherry tree, relocated it, and I thought it died, but I think I'm seeing green. I hope so. So you're just relaxing, feeling guilty for, if you don't feel good, you might make mistakes and might end up causing more damage than good. So rest so that tomorrow you can actually be back on your feet. Ooh, nice. Sourdough during the summer, I am not as active, but I'm trying to batch. So I did one day 3 batches of bagel and I froze it so that I don't do every single day, and I feed it and then I put it back in the fridge. Yeah, I have to start harvesting my chocolate mint because I officially ran out from last year. I officially ran out also of chamomile. I'm happy that my chamomile, most of them reseeded themselves. So I'm going to have a lot of chamomile this year. I'm super excited for that. And I did propagations of my new plants of pineapple mint and apple mint, and Annie from Mama Homemade officially will have some babies. And if my memory's correct, Lynn, you asked me to put an orange mint aside for you for either our meeting in October or for next year. I was able to bulk buy 10 plants. 12 plants. 10, 12, doesn't matter. Half of it is going to Annie, and I'm only keeping 2, so I will have a couple available this year if we see each other in October. I am creating little mini raised beds for my mint, and I will not make them bigger than 24 by 24 inches. My chocolate mint is in 30 inches by 30 inches, and I could practically feed a couple of families with chocolate mint. So, yeah, I think it's your post about orange mint. My berry and cream I ordered, the 10 or 12 plants are all dying. So I wrote to the company. They told me that after 2 weeks, if all of the seedlings die, they will compensate me or send something back to me. I don't know. I have to read the email again. But I am hoping that the berries and cream, I can actually save 1 plant so that I don't have to wait for another shipping. What is wild mint? Ooh, after 8 mint. Strawberry mint. I don't know if I said banana mint, but I did order banana. So I have a couple. Ginger mint. What does it taste like? I saw on the website that I ordered my my banana mint, orange mint, and berries and cream. There was so many types of mint and so many types of sage. So I love pineapple sage. And I found melon sage. They smell divine. So I ordered 2-3 plants of that, and there was no longer bulk plugs, 10 or 12 plugs. So I bought plants, and I also bought blue vervain from them, and they're looking good. I am hoping I'll be able to propagate all of those plants so I no longer have to buy them. Oh no! Try to put what do you call it? Those chili pepper flakes? Do you have cayenne pepper? I would try to sprinkle a couple of that so they would eat the cayenne pepper and maybe go, oh my god, so hot. I am debating on that. I've been going back and forth with Annie from Mama Homemade because we talk about we journal our gardens, and I am debating on sowing a second sowing because I did sow a lot. But if the bean beetles are massacring my plants, I might do a second sowing. I just saw a blue jay in the garden eating. They're doing their job. Yeah, I have to resow carrots the 15th of July, if my memory's correct. Let me answer that question for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 2 left. Okay, I'm behind on comments, but I think there's two left. Yay! So we have to start. I'm taking notes of everything. So I've written down what Lynn asked for me to propagate so that I can bring it with me at the conference or at our meetup. Nice! Bon appetit! That sucks that you're not feeling good. There's been a couple of like bugs running around. In May and June, I had like the weirdest gastro going on, and then we had a cold, and it was like super warm, and there was allergy season also. So I hope you feel better. Ha ha ha! Funny. Awesome. Pineapple sage is what you bought from that nursery that you brought with you at convention. Pineapple sage, I'm trying to figure out how to propagate it because it is a perennial, but not for my growing zone. So what I need to do is at the end of the season, I need to cut the plant and do cuttings, or up like transplant it, up pot it, remove all the soil, and replant it, bring inside. So I think I'll do both if I have time. I'm probably gonna bring it inside. The leaves are like in water. They really, really taste great. And the melon also. And I actually got it for the medicinal purposes of pineapple sage. Same thing for the melon sage. Well, then I have to figure out how to make clippings for you. I've done 2 melons and 2 pineapple sage, and I'm still not seeing roots. So maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I will definitely figure it out. Your mandarin lemon balm is planted. I put it in a little grow bag because I'm relocating part of my food forest, and I propagated one successfully, and I'm so happy. I'm bringing one to Annie from Mama Homemade when I see her next month. Nice. I am growing potatoes in grow bag this year. I am seeing 2. Do you want me to count again? I'm seeing 2. So let's do this again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seeing 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 here. 7. Did I count wrong? I think I counted wrong. Yeah, you're right. There's three left. Hmm. Yeah, the thing is, I also planted lemon balm regular, but my garden beds are not ready for it yet. So it's still in little plugs. So I don't know. And I'm out of little grow bags. So I don't know what I'll do. They might not transplant very well. Worst case scenario, I can still plant them and they might come back next year. Um, I need to add compost to my potatoes. That's what I wanted to say earlier on. Oh no. Um my main plant that I thought that died came back, and I have plants, so and it's not very complicated to grow from seeds. So if you can't find some this year, I let me know so that I can bring you some. Try it. So what I do, and I should probably do a video about that. Mint, they told me to cut about this much and then remove most of the foliage and keep like maybe one or two leaves and the head, and then put it in the soil. Most of the stuff that I'm doing right now that are perennials or for are forming some roots, except lemon. No, except I just said it. The sage. I tried lemon vervain. I'm still not seeing roots. I tried mint. All the mints have been rooted. I tried golden oregano. I have to go see if they created roots. What else did I try? Lemon thyme, snapdragons. It worked perfectly. I had no issues. Lavender. I'm trying to propagate lavender the same way. There's something else I tried. Du romarin. What's romarin in English? Rosemary. Thank you. So I'm not seeing roots also, but I'm giving it takes up to 2 weeks, so I'll see by the end of this week if it worked. Cool. Nice. I harvested my garlic scapes this week, and I will be harvesting garlic probably within the next 3 weeks. My scapes were almost doing, it was one full circle and some almost two. Yeah, I had golden oregano and it was struggling a little bit, and I made like a haircut, added some compost to it, and it's doing better. But it's in a pot. The reason why I am putting like a either by 12 inches by 12 inches or 24 by 24 is because I want to control the bushiness of the plant. Like I have an oregano plant in my garden right now that's probably like 36 inches wide by almost 36. So I have to cut, and I'll probably have to downsize it 1/3 of it because like it's taking way too much space. So I need to figure out in my food forest how I can integrate herbs like that takes a lot of space, or dedicate grow bags that are 25 gallons to my perennial herbs. Escapes for us was this week. My father was last week. He's 2 weeks before me, weather-wise. Mine quite happened fast. Like it came out, and not even a week after, it was one, like almost one full circle. I don't have that much trees here. Hello, Scott. I'm guessing you're saying chickens. Is it chickens you meant you wanted to say? Ooh, lady. Oh, I like that. I'm doing good. I hope everything is going well on your side. I will not have trees. I will have bushes. My land is way too small, and if I put trees in my food forest, it will create too much shade. So it's a mix of an intimacy fence that I'm creating, because the bushes that I'm planting is going to be about 5 feet tall. And I am creating raised beds of 12 inches tall. So I'm going to have like a 5 foot, 6 foot thing going on, so that the people next door will not always see me in the garden. So sometimes, like yesterday, we were building the raised beds, and there was a neighbor that was on the balcony. Well, it's a condo unit behind us, and they were watching me, my husband, and my son like gardening and building. So I cannot wait to have those things planted, so that next year when I am in the garden, I don't feel all those eyes on me. But the beds are going to be 24 inches deep. I'm going to interplant bushes of like what do you call it? Gooseberry, currants, strawberries at the bottom, and asparagus also interplanted and all of that. And I am spacing the currant and the I think it's gooseberry. About 3-4 feet apart, and then I'll plant a couple of perennials that comes back every year. So the strawberries, I have pine berries that I receive. They're white albino strawberries, but I'm scared to plant them in that food forest because like 20 feet away is going to be another variety of strawberries. So I don't know if they'll cross pollinate. Anyways, so I'm going to plant strawberries. I have 2 types of strawberries I need to find space for. One is pine berry, and the other one is yellow alpine. Yellow alpine does not throw off runners, so if I want to create more plants, I have to save the seeds, stratify the seeds, and then plant the seeds. And the other type is the pineapple one. And I did find on a deal last year wild alpine red berries, and the plants died, so I didn't do my job properly. I didn't store them in an ideal like they were in containers, so they died. But at the end of the season, I took some strawberries and I put them in the soil, and I managed to create 3 plants. So I'm hoping that I will be able to interplant the yellow and red, because they don't throw out runners. and they are small, delicious strawberries. I will be adding the one of the seedlings that you suggested to my food forest to control um, weeds. So I've put a weed barrier. I don't normally do this, but I had it laying around the house. I put a weed barrier at the bottom of my raised beds. I know it's going to probably come back because I'm using part of my compost, which is not seed free. But I will put that thyme that you sent me, you know, the secret seed, the creeping thyme. That's not, is it creeping thyme or vining thyme? Anyways, the one that you sent me, that's what I'll be planting, so that there's going to be the fruit bushes, the strawberries and asparagus, and like I'm going to see if I can plug in there mint, or not mint. My brain's foggy right now. I just creeping thyme, that mandarin that you sent me, that's what I want to interplant with that, because mint, I'm going to do individual boxes. What's the name of that mandarin thing that you sent me? You're welcome. I hope you had that thing solved. I saw that you had trouble on your channel. Yeah, definitely. Like, I think I will interplant stuff. But in my brain, everything has to be like in lines and rows, and I have a hard time to let my food forest be like not in rows, and like just let nature and food take over without the weeds. Living the dream. Creeping time. Oh no, no, that's not good, not good at all. I was taken for, what do you mean by that? Okay, here's the thing. Um, I do rows and I measure everything because of the amount of time that it takes to weed. So I bought new tools to weed standing up, and it measures 5 inches wide. So I try to at least have rows that are 6, 8 inches apart, so that I can just like stand up, take that tool, and that tool, I love it so much. Like, I cannot begin to say how much I love it. Like, I stand up and I just like shoop, shoop, sweep. It's like a metal blade, and it cuts through most of the easy weeds. The strong-willed one, like deep-rooted one, I like that. I have to pass back and forth a couple of times. But this year, it's going to be one of the years that my walking rows won't have weeds, because I would just let them go wild and I would just pass the weed eater. But now with that tool, I'm just removing everything, and my plants are actually beneficial. Like, they're the ones having the water. They don't have to share it with all the weeds that I have in the pathways. And I'm trying to take your advice for my food forest to let it just do its thing and not have a plan of like measuring, like I'm eyeballing. But the raised bed are linear, so they are a U shape. I'm trying to use multiple different wood so that it could become like a beautiful area, but it is going to be linear, the beds. But inside is where I'm just going to let things go wild. Don't know much right now. Hello, creative redundancy. Redundancy. My brain is really mush. Thanks for stopping by. Outside in the garden. That is ridiculously frustrating. Someone broke into my Google account and handed out 730 in memberships, but my CC made me pay. That's such a pain. Hank, our puppy, cost us. Ouch! That hurts. That hurts. I don't have insurance on my pup. I never took insurance on my dogs. But vets can cost a lot. I remember when my parents' dog got sick and my mom started to do evaluation like blood work and medication, and I remember seeing the bill and whew, it was expensive. The one known as CR. I'll try to remember that. Ugh. That must be your vacation money. I was offered insurance. We're debating back and forth, but to insure her, we'll need the breeds. I don't have all her breeds. We're gonna do a DNA test within the next month. Think in French. Be creative in English. Cute. I'm trying to let my imagination like just guide me, and my gut feeling guide me when I do my food forest. I did do research on every single tree or bushes that I am planting, and like I've checked the height because some of them will need support, and I am leaning it against my garden fence. My garden fence is 5 feet tall, but by putting that raised bed, I am losing a foot. So I needed to put something that was under 6 feet. And then the ones that are going above 6 feet, I need to check. There was 2 that goes above 6 feet. I think it's Saskatoon berries in my goji berry tree. And I do have Remy that gave me a tree, but I don't know how high it's going to reach. And it's going to go on the other side of my garden because my food forest is going to be the entire back end of my garden. So I'm sacrificing some garden beds in hopes that I will be able to maybe get one back so I don't sacrifice too much. But berries and strawberries and asparagus and all those perennials, once they're established, they're gonna feed. They're gonna feed us. So I think by sacrificing that now, it's gonna be worth it. I'm trying to remember that tree that you gave me, Remy. What's the name of the tree? Elderberry tree. But I have to get a second variety for it to bloom. But I don't remember the type that you gave me. I think you told me it was red. So if it is red, I have to buy a second one and see. I do have one dead tree that I need to fall completely. So what I can do is put it there. Oh, I know. It's about $30 a month for us, insurance wise. We're trying to figure out if we're going to do it or not. I've never insured our dogs. We are still hesitant to operate Luna. We've been going back and forth in like doing a litter per year. But since she's a mixed breed, we don't know how much people are going to be interested in a mutt. So like we're still she still have not become a lady, so we still have time to make that decision. And once we've made that decision, for sure, if we're gonna breed her, we're gonna insure her. If we will not, well then we're gonna see. My Saskatoon berry tree are doing great. My goji not so much, but there's nice. It was John something elderberry. Okay. So it is black. So that means I have to find another type. I think the seeds I ordered from that seed place, Marilyn suggested, I think it's a black one too. I think so. I have to sow them in the end of the July. I did not know Luna was a popular dog name. I bring Luna to courses, and now I've done 3 courses with her. And out of those 3 courses, there was my dog and 2 other dogs that was called Luna, but they don't call her Luna. It's Louna. So it's a very popular dog name. I did not know. What's the name of the seed place that you encouraged us to buy the elderberry and all those tree from seeds? I think it's the Incredible Seed Company. I think it's that. Incredible Seed Company. Elderberry. So I think it's black. Yeah, it's a black one. So I'll have to find another variety if I want the fruits. Okay. So I chose Luna because she's a mix between a white dog. So the mother of Luna is a husky, and the father is a mixed breed of German Shepherd and something else. So darker. So we chose Luna. The kids wanted Luna. I wanted Mika. I think I wanted Mika or Luna, and everyone wanted Luna. So we went with Luna. And she picked up on that name quite fast because she did have a previous name, and she had that name for about 3-4 weeks. So I had to be something simple, like not too different from what she was used to be called. And it took about a month for her to pick up, like every single time we would call her, because she had another name. Yeah, I have to sew mine. You told me to sew it at the end of the month of July, if my memory is correct. Yeah. At the moment, I'm not being super successful growing from seeds, any of the seeds that I've purchased, but I'm going to give it a try. There is one last seed that I'm going to order. I found a place that was selling the watermelon berry that I wanted. That's popular in Alaska, in British Columbia. That's going to be the last one I'm going to try from seed, because I did find a high bush cranberry at bambooplants.ca. And I'm just going to propagate that one and tried to grow watermelon berries from seeds. I cannot find it here. I did find another place. I think it's TNT Seeds. They have tumbleberry. That's one that I wanted. Instead of buying them from seed, like I'm just going to buy 2 plants and then learn to propagate them. You recovered? I've ordered a lot of seeds. I should be good. But I will definitely, I am liquidating most of my seeds this year. My older seeds of beans, of lettuce. What else did I really heavily sown? Carrots. I'm trying to get rid of the older seeds I had, varieties that I know that it's going to be their last season here, because I've tried it and they don't particularly grow that much, but I wanted to get rid of the seeds and get food out of it. So it felt so weird. I had 3 containers for my bush beans, and I am going down to 1 because I've planted everything. So next year I'll have to order. I know that I'm going to have to order beans for bush beans and other seeds, but I don't think I will ever be a recovered seed addict. I don't think so. I did plant popcorn this year, pink popcorn. I think 15 seedlings or 20 seedlings popped up. I'm super excited to see it. It's just, I sown this the second year I was here, and it was so fun. Like, I had popcorn. Okay, it's small popcorn, but it was so cool. I just transplanted a plant clone. So what did you plant? Yeah. So I cut my plants into pieces so I can propagate them. It's so fun. I love seeds. Don't get me wrong. I love growing stuff from seeds, but propagating is from clippings is amazing. Like, I took a 50 plug tray and I took 50 cuttings, like I've cut, and I put like soil in, like, I think I should put rooting hormones on them, but you just like put them in the soil, and then like 40 of them make some roots, and it's like so fun. It's like rooting a tomato sucker. It's so fun and rewarding because you're propagating and it's free. Well, almost free. Yes. Sowing addiction. Yes, I know that. Like, every year, once everything is planted, like, I pass next to certain things. Oh, there's a hole there, I can plant something here. And I do like Tetris. I have some stuff that I can plant a little bit everywhere. Like, I have 5 celery seedlings I still have to transplant because, like, I have to find little holes in my planting stuff. But rooting tomato suckers was one of my first propagation, and it is super, super fun to do. Sometimes I did this year twice. I hope I won't get flagged for saying this, but I decapitated 2 of my tomato plants as I was putting the rope around them, and they probably were fragile or already broken, and boom, head fell off. So I put a mason jar full of water, dug a little hole, put the mason jar there, and then I dumped the head in it, and once it's rooted, I'm just going to plant it next to the sad looking seedling, and have 2 plants. We don't need to speak of it. We all know it. Yes, that'd be fun. I would love to have space for one. I think if I could convince my neighbor to have an apple tree, it would be fun because I no longer have apples. And I would love to convince my other neighbor to plant a crab apple tree so that I can go and harvest it. But my neighbor in front of my house has a crab apple tree, so I'm going to ask her if I can harvest it before the worms hit them. because she doesn't harvest them because she says there's worms in the little apples. I am so sorry. I cannot say live on YouTube how many tomato plants and pepper plants I planted. I am so sorry. It's like my weight or my age. Well, actually, my age, I did tell you guys. You don't say these things because you get called crazy names. It's like when I say how much last year I said to someone I planted this much amount of garlic cloves. And the person went looking at me and she's like, what you gonna do with all that garlic? I'm like, well, you save seeds for the year after. So you need to sacrifice. So here's a bit of educational to my response. So let's just say you plant 100 little cloves. You're going to lose 10% average. So you're down to 90. And then 90, you're going to have about, depending on the variety, you're going to have 4 to 6 cloves. So what I do is I make an average of 5. And so 90 times 5. So you want to sow the year after 100. So out of your 450 little cloves that you have, you need to put 100 aside. So that is about 20 to 25 heads of garlic that you need to put aside. And then the rest, you need to dry it, cure it, and then you'll be able to have that rest of garlic for the rest of the year. So when I was telling this person that I wanted to plant so much of garlic and no longer purchase garlic seeds because garlic is very expensive, and I told her the amount I was planting, and she's like still like going, what you gonna do with all that garlic? Because I do have garlic and I have garlic scapes, and I transform both of them. So yeah, I did personally tell you, but I will not say it live. I don't want to be called, well, I am called a crazy tomato lady. It's actually my image of my channel. Well, that's good. It's just the two of you and your boyfriend. I did successfully bring to maturity 4 of lawn keepers. And when I was weeding my bed that last year, I had my lawn keepers, and I had another variety. I had a seedling pop up. Well, many seedling pop up, but I'm letting one, and I'm hoping it's going to be a 5th lawn keeper, or it's another variety that's a friend sent me, and I'll have 5 plants of lawn keeper-ish type. So I might be able to have tomatoes stored in a... We're trying to figure out how to do a root cellar somewhere in the house, like a small root cellar for the winter. I don't know if it's going to be done this year, but we're trying to figure out a way to bring so that I don't have to transform cabbage, carrots, rutabaga. I just have to put it there. But I don't think it's going to happen this year. Better to be looking at it than looking for it. True. You're becoming worse than me. I remember when I met you, you told me that I had too many seeds, too many varieties, and now you're looking for stuff that you don't have growing enough. I think that's going to be I think that's doing mini tomatoes, like wild cherry size. Well, I'm at a cooler temperature. I will have a pantry probably. I am hoping that before winter we finish the renovations of the kitchen. I am really hoping that I will have an actual pantry. If I do, that's probably where they'll be, in the pantry. Well, you're getting there. You're getting there. Like, I am reading your messages and you're like, oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. And I don't have this. And I don't have that. And you bought this and you bought that. So you're right behind me. Welcome back. In your defense. Mm-hmm. It is impossible. I can confirm that. It is impossible. Unless you live in a co-op and there is like 20 families living off land that all of you share. Even then, I think there's like probably, counting the hybrids, thousands and thousands and thousands of different varieties of tomatoes. So it would be literally impossible to buy every single seed package and grow 2 tomato plants of each. It would be impossible. It would be impossible. I couldn't find anything to make the chickens go nuts, so must be just the wind. Oh, okay. Well, you can go cooler with the lawn keeper, but okay. Well, my house normally is 17 degrees Celsius in the winter instead of 20. Well, now it's almost 30, but it is about 17. Once the temperatures go down, it's an average of 17 inside the house. Yes, definitely. Tomatoes Anonymous, TA. I can't remember if it was Jack or if it was you that called me the president of the Tomato Anonymous group. Even there's thousands. Yeah. And new ones every year. Just give me a second. I had a message from my neighbor. I find it cute. She's making salad. She messages me. It's like, you have a garden. Do you have a couple of cherry tomatoes? I wanted to put some in my in my salad. Like, so sorry. Don't have cherry tomatoes. It would be great to have cherry tomatoes at the end of the month of June. No, I do not have. I have 9 giant crimson tomato plants, 8 lawn keepers, 30 early scarlets, 24 Romas, 12 San Marzano. I am no longer growing San Marzano for many reasons, but one of them, they are the worst for blossom end rot. Do you know what blossom end rot is? Nice. My favorite cherry tomatoes are Sun Chocolat, so SUN chocolate, Sun Gold, and I'm hoping that there's a new variety that I found this year, Fire Prairie from West Coast Seeds. I am really hoping that it's going to be like my Fire, is it what it's called? Fire West Coast Seed. West Coast Seed. I think it's Fire Prairie. Yeah. Yeah, it's this one. That's not what I want. I want Fire Prairie. There it is. It says that it's selected for sweetness and productivity. Prairie Fire Organic is compact, semi-determinate variety with small, elongated, pointy, tippy fruits. The sweet little fruits have bright and red skin and subtle golden striping over a solid red interior. So I am hoping that this will become my red cherry tomato. So I have a yellow, a smoky one. This would be the red. And the only thing I'm missing is a pink one. And I grow 2 of each every year. I don't have my pink yet. Yes, no tomatoes for you. Okay. Yes, these I don't know if you guys can see it because this is I am showing from StreamYard. It's when you are a member, you have these fun icons that you can use. This is why I did not watch Roots and Refuge Farm garden tours this year. Because every single year I watch her garden tours and I'm like, I don't have that one. Oh, I don't have this one. Oh, I don't have that one. And I end up like in April receiving seeds package that she's growing. And I'm growing like tomatoes I have no space for. So, it's funny. I harvested 66 grams of cherry tomato. Nice! My dwarf tomatoes died. They burnt. My light. I have a new light system, and I don't know for what reason. Maybe I passed next to it, or a kid passed next to it. It unhooked, and it fell on my tray of dwarf tomatoes. I only have 4 left. I don't know if I'll have. I managed to save them, but they look like they went through hell and back and went to war after. So I don't know if I'll have dwarf tomatoes this year. I did grow subarctic. I did grow Manitoba. Subarctic for me was cracking very easily. I don't remember Manitoba why I stopped. But they were one of the earliest variety that were growing here. Manitoba. There's a Russian variety also. Muscovich. I did send you those seeds. So Manitoba, Muscovich, subarctic, and there's another one. They are northern climate tomatoes, so they don't need the heat to provide fruit. So this is why I suggested to you to have Manitoba and subarctic plenty. I love pear tomatoes, but I can't grow them. They crack all the time. So unless I find a crack resistant variety, I no longer grow them. Oh no, that sucks. I didn't grow them this year. I forgot that I had them. There is a new variety that I'm growing for next year. I found it on Rainbow Seeds, and it's called Heinz. I bought one package, and I think since I am transplanting a lot of tomato plants this year, I am trying to grow every 2 years some tomatoes. So this year I'm going to plant a boatload of tomatoes for that. Next year it's going to be a smaller year for tomatoes, so I don't have as much to maintain. And I was hoping that I was just going to plant Heinz and the variety of paste tomato that I want, and then like 10 slicers and 10 cherry tomatoes, and that was it. And I'm hoping that pepper wise also that I can bring it down so that I don't have that much to do. But At this time, I lost 7 tomato plants. I was able to replace some of them, but some of them, they won't be able to be replaced. So I don't know. So, but definitely Heinz is going to be on my growing list for next year. Are you talking about my dwarf tomato plants? I should support it better in hindsight. Is it Heinz? I think it's called Heinz. Let's see. So, rainbow seeds. That's not what I want. Rainbow seeds. Oh, my bad. It's Heinz 1439. This variety was developed for canning industry to produce firm, uniform, great tasting fruit. A productive, determinate bearing fruit between 150 grams and 170 grams. This is what they look like. I was just curious. Mine, I meant. Oh, my bad. Misunderstood. Is anyone affected right now with the smoke? Like, I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll be able to work outside, but if it's worse than today, I probably will have to stay inside. Flowers on. I'm starting to have flowers in. Yeah. I am starting to see my first baby tomato. I am so excited. Just to know, Annie, are you still finished? Yes. At least for this week. I am still finishing at 7:30. And school finished for us on Friday. My kids are in day camp. They start at 9:30. But my husband starts work at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I might extend to 8 on the weeks that he starts at 4:30. If he starts at 4, I don't know. Because he normally is sleeping at 8 when he starts that early. So it all depends on what he answers me, but I'll see if I can stay till 8. Is anyone live after me from our circle? Because I don't want to take anyone's time frame. I know Sean from Alaska is also on Sunday night. He used to be before me, and I think now he's after me. I don't know. Take care. Thank you for passing by. We smell it and we see it. That is amazing. You must be so excited. I actually took off my roof from my greenhouse. So I knew that it was going to rain all week. And my roof is all ripped. We didn't install it properly. We were supposed to install it in 2 pieces, but we install it in 1. And me opening it up in the morning and closing it up at night and poking holes in it every single time I was closing it. We need to change it. And I was installing my trellising system for my tomatoes, and my husband told me, he's like, didn't you water yesterday? I'm like, yeah, I did. I watered every single plant. And he's like, well, the soil is pretty dry. And we're like, well, it's going to be raining all week and we need to replace the roof anyway. So maybe we should remove it and let the plants get drenched and the soil of the greenhouse get drenched, and then reinstall it at the end of the like mid-July, end of July. Install at least the roof part. So we're going to calculate if we have a 20 feet long piece left on our roll, and I might not have a roof on my greenhouse for a little while. It is weird. Like, I look outside and I have like this temple structure that has no roof, and there's like ropes laying around everywhere. It's weird a little bit. If you can be outside of this fog, smog, fire, smells, smoke, that's a good thing. Yeah, I remember Sean is right before me, but I don't know when I saw this. I like on his community tab or something, I saw that he was live right after me. But if he's taking the summer off, I might like, instead of like cutting short at 7:30, like I might go till 8. That's nice. I know the rain is a pain, can create problems. By the way, hello fishermen. But if you can have rain without the smoke, it's perfect. Hello, Tina. Thank you. I'm guessing that it's Remy that shared my my live. Thank you for popping in. Didn't you see anyone else claim the prizes, Remy? I did not see. So I'm seeing. I would have to go back. Okay, so there's 2 left. Is that what you're saying? So welcome to the Back to Basics community, Tina. Do you know how much there's left? I'm trying to see if I can see how many there's left. I am not looking at the screen right now, so if you're writing anything, I do not see. I'm trying to see. If I can see it, but I'm not seeing it. Membership. Okay. So, I have one. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if my calculations are right, there is 2 left. Is awesome. Okay, so there's 2 left. So anyone here that wants to claim the prize of a free membership, thanks to Remy, you still have time to claim it. I've been subscribed to you for a while, but haven't been much on YouTube lately. don't worry. Busy is probably going to be the theme of the next couple of weeks, months for us. Like, I can barely keep up with everyone's channel right now. I am trying to chat with you guys as much as I can on Sundays so that I don't miss that much. Because, like, example, Remy from Rem's Family Farm, I'm so behind on his videos. I have no idea what's going on in his garden unless he specifically messaged me and tells me what's going on. Same thing with Tracy. I have no idea what's going on at your garden. I haven't been able to watch your channel in a while. So this is why I keep asking you guys what's happening, so that I kind of have a good idea of how your gardening season is going, how you're doing. It is like I'm catching up. I'm trying to catch up as much as I can. I am working like crazy, and I'm trying to follow a mission that I gave myself at the beginning of the spring. I wanted to have Sunday afternoon off. And the last 3 weeks, I've done it. It was hard. Well, obviously, I do cooking and baking and some stuff because it is school the next day. But I try to not work around the garden. And I have to get better at that so that I can rest. Because rest is very, very, very important. It's green, mostly weeds, but tomatoes are flowering. Like, I need to show you the tool that I bought, and I found it at Canadian Tire for $40, and it is a tool that was on my wish list for a very long time. I wanted the professional one, but the professional one was $89, and when I saw it for $40 at Canadian Tire, I'm like, you're coming home with me. And I have to say, I think I'm going to film and show you guys like that tool, because it is making my life such an easy task. Obviously, I'm in lines and it makes the weeding part easier because it's not like all over the place like I used to be. But I'm actually enjoying weeding right now at the moment. Might not say the same thing in a couple of weeks, but for the most part now, I enjoy weeding because it's like super easy. I don't have to spend hours doing it. And last couple of years, I just quit at one point. I just stopped weeding. I just, like, when I go to harvest, I just like weed around certain plants, but that's about it. Nice. I have cucumber beetles that are at my house. So I don't have high hopes for squash or cucumbers. I did sow a lot of seeds of cucumbers. And this year I'm trying something new. So I multi-sown cucumbers. So I planted inside, transplanted those. I sown my cucumbers on May 5th, I think. Around like at the beginning of the month of May, transplanted them, and then as I transplanted them, I sowed seeds next to it. Those germinated 2 weeks after because there was a cold snap after I planted those seeds. So I have the first sowing, the second sowing, and I'm gonna go next week if I still have seeds of the varieties that I sown. In 2 weeks, I'm going to go and plant more next to the seedlings because the cucumber beetles will have so much plants, they probably won't touch all of them. So I'm hoping by multi-sowing at different times of the year, I'm going to get more out of it. I would have really loved to convert my tunnel into a greenhouse that was fully enclosed, so that I could plant cucumbers. Well, in the spring, I could plant cabbages, cold hardy crops, so that the cabbage moth would not be able to come in. And then once all of that is out, I would have transplanted my squash, cucumbers, and melons in there, and I would manually pollinate the stuff or have greenhouse specific varieties that if I can just put a box fan, they would have been, I wouldn't have to run after the cucumber beetles. I wasn't able to do that enclosement, but it's on my wish list of stuff to maybe do next year. I have a garden weasel. That helps. But I can't use it in the back to Ian garden. Oh no, I lost most of my cucumbers to flood. That sucks. I no longer start my seeds of cucumber in the ground. Since I had the water band, I sow them in either little mini blocks or I've recycled I bought some pepper plants at the nursery. I recycle those and I just plant my cucumbers in there and I transplant them because it's easier to manage. It's easier to see than just sowing and then having a water ban and not remembering that you sowed like 20 seeds that day. You don't have cucumber beetles, so you will have a lot of cucumbers. The only reason why I am considering zone 4 and zone 3 is cucumber beetles in vine borers. Don't go there for now. You don't have cucumber beetles. You do have beetles. Zone 3 does not have cucumber beetles, as I was told. So this is cucumber beetles. I have these. Sorry. I have these. Last year, I saw these for the first time. And then I had these one this year. These are here. Similar. I don't think it's specifically this one, but it's a red. And I saw another one. Anyways, this year I'm heavily attacked by bean beetles. They're eating my bean plants. So I have to do a lot of reading this winter for bean beetles. I didn't know what this was because I'm just getting squares. But you did icons of beetles. I don't know. What do you guys see? I'm curious. Okay, so you guys only see the little squares. I try not to do that. I know. I have it. I do not want to put any herbicides or pesticides, even if they're organic. If I have to, I will. Last year, I was on the verge of losing my garlic, and I decided to spray BTK, which is, I think it's called Safers, because I was not going to lose my garlic. Unless I am on the verge of losing a plant and an infestation, I will. I rather introduce new plants so that I can attract their predator before using an herbicide. I know that it is a way that works. But if I can find a pollinator or something else, a flower to repel, I will use it. Yeah, I will. If I see that right now, I'm seeing that the plants are like they have little holes in them. I've had that years prior, and it did not cause me to have a bad harvest. So if it stays like it is right now, I'm not gonna spray. If I am seeing that it's gonna, like, my plants are dying and there is like exactly like the vine borer, I'm seeing that the plant is like wilting and there is sign of struggle, that's where I'm gonna spray sapers. But it's like my last resort. I know that I can probably put diatomaceous earth on my plants after the rain. So Friday I could like sprinkle some of it there on the leaves and it might eliminate the problem. But until then, I'm hoping that the diatomaceous earth will do the job. Ew! So little pigs, skunk. I don't know what this one is. What's the two last ones? Three last ones. I'm not seeing it. So scorpion. What's the last one? Fly? I know that if I free range, it would eliminate most of my problems. But I cannot free range them. Not here, at least. Well, guys, it is 7:30. I want to say thank you for popping in. Welcome to the new members. I do have a little favor to ask you guys. On my last members only community post, if you have the time, can you write stuff that you would like to see? So you guys have now access to behind the scenes and on a smaller size access to me. So what would you like to see? If there's special request, my last community post, members only, take 2 seconds of your time if you have the time. Write certain suggestions that you would like to see there. I do have a special request for a video. I had like on one of my older videos, I talked about my French baguettes, and I had someone specifically ask me to do a step-by-step tutorial of how I do them. So that will be one of my next videos for everyone. But as a behind the scene members only, if you have the time, just let me know. So everyone, I wish you have a fantastic week. Happy summer, because it was June 21st this week. If anyone is on vacation for the summer, teacher or anyone being off all summer long, happy vacation, rest, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.